Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. In today's video, we are diving into some updates from Anthropic regarding Claude. This is outside of my normal productivity app stuff, but I think it is somehow related because this is, or the blog post, the update is about Claude being able to interact with more of your applications. They have had the Google integration from earlier, but they've added I think it is Atlassian. I saw that Readwise is now connected to Claude and their AI, their or Anthropic and their different AI models. So I think this is somewhat important for productivity as well. So let's actually just jump into the blog post. So we will do the blog post and the update first, then I will give you my final thoughts. And if you have any questions or any thoughts, please leave them down below and I will try to get to them as soon as I can. I try to answer all of my comments, but let's open up the Claude blog post right here. So here we have the actual blog post. I'm also testing out a new setup, so I would love feedback on that as well. But they are expanding Claude research, which is great. I'm not going to dive too much into that. I don't do a lot of AI stuff. I find it really complicated and I can't always explain everything that is happening. So they've launched the Model Context Protocol. This was a while back in November, which is an open standard for connecting AI apps to tools and data. I think this is important because what many people say, me included, when it comes to productivity and productivity stuff and AI is that AI is great, but often it doesn't have the context, and having to manually put in the context is time consuming to the point where I'm almost thinking that maybe I should just write all of this myself instead of spending so much time feeding all of the information to the AI. So I think this is important. But today, which is May the 3rd or 2nd, when this blog post came out, they're introducing integrations allowing Claude to work seamlessly with remote MCP servers across the web and desktop apps. I saw also on X that Readwise is now offering a connection to Anthropic and Claude as well, so you can talk with your highlights using Claude. Developers can build and host servers that enhance Claude's capabilities. Won't go too deep into this, but here we have some of the more interesting stuff. To start, you can choose from integrations from 10 popular services. So Atlassian's Jira and Confluence, which I know a lot of people use, especially developers love Jira. Um, and I've seen a lot of people use this. I've also tested it a lot myself. The same goes for Linear, which is the other thing that I see developers use a lot. You have Zapier, which then again allows Claude to connect with multiple different applications. This one is a really good one. I know that a lot of people already use Zapier, so you could connect it to Notion, for example, and there are so many others. Cloudflare, Intercom, Asana, another project management tool, Square, Sentry, PayPal, Linear, and Plaid, with more to follow from companies like Stripe and GitLab. So there are more coming as well, but these are the first one. And like Zapier, I count it as being many others as well, because as I said, Zapier then connects to many other applications. So this is an example where you could ask your AI or Claude what's on your calendar, and it will go and get that data. You have to allow it access to, or allow Zapier access every time, which is a little annoying. Or you can like allow it for this chat, but my guess is that you will have to do it again for other chats. And here you have the Claude Atlassian or Confluence, and Jira. Jira is a project management tool. Confluence is really similar to Notion, often used as a wiki tool. So here it can find information. It can find information from your Confluence wiki and provide it to you. Won't dive too deep into the intercom one, but as you can see, it finds the right information and it gives you that information. We also have the advanced research, which I just mentioned, but I won't dive too deep into. But this is now available on the pricier plans. So they have multiple different plans. They have one I refer to as the Pro plan, which is the one costing I think it's 17 or 20, depending on yearly or monthly billing. That plan isn't getting this yet. It is coming to the Pro plan, but it isn't out for the Pro plan yet. So here you can see it. Integrations and advanced research are now available in beta on the Max, Team, and Enterprise plan, and will soon be available on the Pro. Web search is now globally available to all Claude AI paid plans. So the Max, Team, and Enterprise plan are the more expensive ones. The Max plan, I think it's around 100 USD each month or something like that. It is crazy expensive, which makes sense because it's expensive running these models. But so these are the more expensive plans, while the paid plan, which I think most people are on because that's what most people need, will not get this yet. That actually covers most of the blog post here, but I find all of this super, super interesting. And the reason why I find it super interesting is because um, this is a lot about like what AI is going to be. We have had this discussion like ever since AI came out. What is AI going to be? And everyone knew that AI isn't just going to be a chat interface you go to every time you want to ask it a question. It was more about how can this be integrated to all of your different applications. And I think this is one way of doing it, like just connecting it to all of your different applications, either using Zapier or using the Google integration, which only works with Google's like business plans. So I could actually test that out. But it doesn't work with the personal plan. So if you just have a personal Gmail account, it won't work. It works with the workspace accounts. You could like use that. That was my point. Like you could use the Google stuff, or you could use Zapier or now Atlassian Suite, and there will be more, and have that all of that inside of Claude and ask it questions based on that. The other way of going is like the Raycast way, which I'm now calling it, to have it like integrated deeply into the operating system. I know that Raycast doesn't actually have the operating system of the Mac, but it almost feels like it when you install it, and it works like seamlessly with everything. So that feels like the other way. The third way, which I don't believe in at all, is having AI inside of every single application, because I think that can quickly become really, really expensive if you consider the fact that whenever these applications add AI, they also increase their pricing a little. And just imagine all of these productivity apps we use. Like I personally use 4 or 5, every one of them going up 2 to 5 USD each month. It would be really, really expensive. So that is actually not something I am a big believer of, at least not right now. But things in the AI space keeps changing. I just wanted to quickly cover this because I find it super interesting that you now can use Claude as more of a productivity tool. But that covers it for today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I will try to get to them as soon as I can. Thank you so, so much for watching today's video.